What if I told you that the grand spectacle of the Roman Colosseum was built on a foundation far darker than most of us imagine? We see the iconic arches. We hear the echo of cheering crowds. But behind the glory lies a chilling history of bloodshed and brutality that has been largely forgotten. It wasn't just about gladiators fighting for honor. It was a theater of death, a place where the lines between entertainment and execution were terrifyingly blurred. Forget what you think you know. This is the story of what really happened in the Colosseum. The sheer scale of the slaughter is almost impossible to comprehend. When the Colosseum was inaugurated in 80 AD, the games lasted for 100 days straight. During this time, it's estimated that over 9,000 wild animals and thousands of human beings perished for the amusement of the masses. Imagine the arena floor, not as a stage but as a vast graveyard. Picture the shadows of countless souls, gladiators, prisoners of war, condemned criminals, their spectral forms forever trapped within these stone walls. The roar of the crowd was not just for sport. It was the sound of an empire celebrating death on an industrial scale. We focus on the heroic gladiator, but what about the countless others? What about the forgotten man, his face a mask of terror, whose final moments were just another part of the day's entertainment for 50,000 spectators? The horror, however, went far beyond simple combat. The Romans were masters of theatrical cruelty, and the Colosseum was their ultimate stage. Deep beneath the arena floor, a complex system of tunnels and elevators, the hypogeum, allowed for dramatic entrances of beasts and fighters. But the true engineering marvel was their ability to flood the entire arena to stage epic naval battles known as naumachii. Full-sized ships, manned by prisoners, would clash in a bloody reenactment of famous sea skirmishes, with men drowning and dying in the artificial lake. Worse still were the gruesome mythological reenactments. Criminals sentenced to death were forced to play the roles of tragic figures from myths, their real-life executions mirroring the fabled deaths of characters like Icarus or Hercules, turning public punishment into a horrifying form of performance art. And it wasn't just human lives that were sacrificed. The venationed, or wild animal hunts, were a core part of the Colosseum's program. Exotic beasts were brought from the farthest corners of the Roman Empire. Lions from Mesopotamia, crocodiles from Egypt, elephants from North Africa, and bears from Caledonia. These magnificent creatures were pitted against each other or against armed hunters called bestiarii. The spectacle was a display of Rome's power over the natural world, a brutal confirmation of its dominion. One moment, a majestic lion, a symbol of untamed power, would be released into the arena. The next, it would be gone, leaving only an empty, blood-stained cage and the fleeting memory of its roar, swallowed by the cheers of the crowd. This relentless slaughter drove entire species, like the North African elephant, to extinction. Today, the Colosseum stands as a majestic, broken ruin, a tourist magnet visited by millions. But as we walk its corridors and gaze upon the arena floor, we must remember its true legacy. The stones themselves seem to cry out with the memory of the suffering they witnessed. Look closely, and you can almost see them. The ghostly figures of gladiators preparing for their final battle, the spectral forms of terrified animals, the haunting faces of the condemned. The Colosseum is more than just an architectural wonder. It is a monument to a society captivated by death, a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lie at the heart of even the greatest civilizations. As the sun sets and shadows lengthen, the true, chilling story of this ancient arena comes to life, a permanent stain on the pages of history.